Hi, so this is a quick tutorial for how to contract the animation once you finish your animation and do a multi-view uh, multi-mesh for presentation. Okay, um, so here I got my walk cycle going forward. So now we have to contract it. So it's going to be walking in treadmill. So like in position. So once I know my speed of my COG, I'm gonna take the global and put the speed onto that, but in the negative or in the opposite direction. So it's Z positive. So now here I'm gonna uh, key in the global. So I calculated 9.2, so I'm gonna go negative 9.2. Um, so that's my contraction, and make sure this is going to be linear. Okay, so that should make it not slide. And then make sure that this will be the curves is going to be post infinity with cycle offset. So if we look at the curve, it goes forever. Okay. So now I have my treadmill walk cycle. So now we have to there's a bug on this rig. So make sure you save another scene with this when you do your multi-view multi-mesh for presentation. So I'm going to save this as let's say for presentation. So I'm going to save that as a different file. And now I'm going to make, and it's important to do this or else you're going to lose your meshes. We have the rig as a reference. So to avoid the bug that we losing the mesh, we have to make this rig local, not reference, but local. So how to do that? It's by changing the reference and go as a put import. That should make the rig local. So once I do that, the diamond blue on the rig should disappear. So now this is a local file. Okay. If you're using Malcolm, that won't be necessary. It doesn't apply, the bug doesn't apply to the Malcolm rig, just on this rig. So once I have that, it's in local. We're gonna use, for the presentation, we're gonna use the front view. So I'm gonna switch to my front view camera. So front view. And I'm gonna select the camera to set up like my camera settings. So my film aspect ratio, I'm gonna put it at HD, so 1.78. So once you put in your uh, your film gate, you will be able to see the border. So once we have that and we're happy with, so we'll do 4 duplicates for this mesh. One 45 degrees left and right, and one behind from the back. So we're going to select the mesh group. So this one. And then we're gonna go into edit and duplicate special and open the options box. Okay, so now we want it as an instance, new group, and number of copies. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we want a 4th one that was gonna walk across. So I'll put 4, and then we'll say apply. So once you click apply, there's a group that's created. So now you have 3 groups of meshes. So we'll place the meshes, just go to translate, and we can place the meshes accordingly. So we want a 45-degree turn on this one, the other one on the opposite, and the 4th one a back view. Okay, so no, this one, we'll make this one the back view, and the 4th one we'll pull it down here because we want him to walk across. So now we'll take the first one and we're gonna rotate it 45 degrees on the Y. So negative Y to the left, and the second one 45 degrees, like that. And we can adjust the positioning after. For the third one, we're gonna do 180. So he's in the back. He's walking, it's from the back view. We'll just adjust these so they're nicely spaced. So something like that. Okay. So I'm gonna hide the controls. So when I play this, they're gonna be walking because it's an instance. So whatever the original is doing, it's gonna follow. But it's a cycle. So the last one here, we want him to walk across. So I'm gonna let him walk from right to left. So I'm gonna rotate him minus 90 degrees. Minus. Okay, so here I'm gonna have him come into frame. We'll adjust the camera a bit more zoomed in, so we have a better framing. So this one will have it start closer. So something like that. So it's gonna walk. So we're gonna take the mesh and we're gonna add the value of this or the speed of the walk cycle. So I'm gonna take and and this is going to be in so this is going to be in the X. Okay. So what we can do is we can start off at 0. So it's going to come back to the center. We'll key it. And we know the speed is 9.2. So we'll put 9.2 as a speed. Make sure this is linear. And make sure it's post infinity cycle offset. So it goes forever. Oh, it's going backwards, so we have to make it go negative. So the positive, it's going forward, so we have to make this negative. The arrow is going forward, but so we're going the other way. So it's negative 9.2. Now it's going forward. Now we can adjust it so it starts from off frame. So we're gonna take those two keys and adjust it. So it starts off screen and then he's gonna appear. So we'll take I don't know, maybe 100 frames. Just so he walks across, so maybe 140. Okay, yeah, so 140, have him walk across. Maybe reframe it a bit more. I'm gonna reframe it, move the camera a bit. Just pull it back a bit so we have a bit of space. So now that should be ready to be captured. So don't forget that this is just like a guide for the film gate is just a guide. So I see my border. If I capture it in HD, what will I be capturing? So to capture, make sure anti-alias is on. Turn these off. Make sure you double check on your play blast settings. So QuickTime H encoding H.264, quality 100, custom. This is very important. Do not capture from window, custom, make it custom. The values for HD settings, 1280 by 720, or double these numbers for double the resolution. Scaling 1, frame padding is 4, and save to file. And we'll say Bony walk cycle multi-view. So now that's ready to capture. So, and I'll just hit apply. Okay. Just waiting for it to capture. So there's the capture. And just to double check, if you have your player can show you what your capture is. in QuickTime. Was it edit? Where was it? View. I can't remember, but make sure in make sure your resolution is the good one. Okay, when after. Actually, we'll re-render it because I want to get rid of the grid. So make sure you get rid of this grid too. So okay, so we'll capture again. Okay. So here's my capture, and that's how you do the multi mesh presentation for your walk cycle. Okay.